Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everything's going well with you. Going great for me. Went to yoga this morning, had a great practice, and had nothing but bananas all day. So it's about the time to go out and it's 1 o'clock and it's time to go out and get something besides bananas. Had my usual banana and ice cream this morning, and then got dropped off from my yoga class from a friend, and was hungry, had some things to do. So basically I just had time and I just ate bananas and drank water while I was getting things done. Anyhow, today I want to kind of continue a little bit on that train of thought yesterday on raw vegan, fully raw vegan versus cooked vegan food, because I had a few thoughts about it and ideas after I finished doing the video, uploaded it, and even like some of the videos some of the ideas came last night after I was already in bed when I watched the video. And the funniest thing that popped into my head, and it's simple as can be, but I'm trying to think of, there's all these different folks out there. There's the fully raw people, there's the high carb people, there's the starch solution, there's the raw till 4, and I'm probably missing some. And everybody kind of has their group or their philosophy or their train of thought, and they stick with it. Is there, I was racking my brain trying to think if I could think of anybody that's just kind of without a set plan of how I'm going to do this or that, is doing both, is doing like a mixture of both, and like, why nobody talks about that? You know, like it always seems to be presented as raw vegan, fully raw vegan versus cooked vegan, black and white. You gotta choose one or the other, but why? And what I'm talking about here is when I mean mixing the raw and the cooked, because that's what the high carb vegans do that anyway. A good number of high carb vegans I know anyway that doing raw till 4 and that type of thing, they're still eating. I mean, a lot of the raw till 4 people that I've talked to, I'm not saying all of them, I don't know how everybody does that stuff, but a lot of the raw till 4 people I've talked to, they eat as much fruit as me during the day. It just is, they eat some cooked in the evening. So from that standpoint, the raw to 4 people are mixing, and a lot of the people are mixing, but what I'm talking about is without some sort of a plan or like a scheduled, like, okay, raw to 4, okay, or just at dinner, like you're going to eat raw all day, but every single night you're going to eat cooked food. Why? Why does it have to be so cut and dry? I would say both sides could maybe lighten up, loosen up just a little bit. If you're a fully raw vegan, you don't have to have that deathly scared mentality that if you ever eat any cooked food under any circumstances, your body's going to explode. It's just simply not going to happen. And that's kind of irrational, and it can be detrimental to you. I know it could be detrimental to me as I'm trying to get plenty of calories and, keep my weight up and actually gain a few pounds. I'm not going to miss calories. I'm not going to miss a meal. And I know when I get up to this mountain place, there's going to be times when it's raining cold and I get caught. And that's why I'm going to have some of those vegetables around for soups. Now, I'm still pretty much going to rock. I mean, in the big picture, my diet's really not going to change. It's just that I've never had these limitations on my mind. I don't have a problem. I thrive on raw vegan. I thrive on fully raw vegan. But when circumstances dictate, I don't have a problem eating cooked food. Okay, now I'm talking about this from a raw vegan perspective. Like lighten up. Don't worry about eating some cooked food from time to time if it's clean cooked food. And I would also say that maybe to some of the people that don't do raw at all. Maybe you don't do any days fully raw. I would say maybe to some of the raw to 4 people or whatever, if you want to mix it up, high carb people, do some days that are fully raw. Because I think you will understand, I think we could probably agree on that. I won't say we will, but I would say any of you guys, doing raw till 4 or just doing a high carb vegan lifestyle and you're eating cooked food, you're eating a lot of fruit anyway. You're eating a lot of fresh whole plants anyway. I don't think you would argue with me on the fact that even if you're not going to go fully raw days are good, So, and I'm not saying, who knows, maybe you want to add 1 in a week, maybe you want to add a couple in a week, maybe you'll have somebody that just walks that straight line and does about half and half, they do. But that just, got into my head last night, and I just was wondering about that, like why it just seems to be all or nothing. You got to join a group. Maybe that's why I've never joined a group, is because I'm always evolving on this thing. I'm always trying to learn. I want to, You know, I want my mind, like my mind's not closed to anything. My belief system as it pertains to food can be swayed or changed at any time with a valid argument, with some good reasoning behind it. And anyhow, not going to harp on this too much today, but just something to kind of like almost finish, not quite finish off that, but just expand on it just a little bit. But don't be so much in a box. Don't feel like you have to be in this category so you can fit in above thinking about your health, above thinking about what's best for you, whether it's mental, emotional, you know, the stress. Like I say, when you're, you know, like for me, if I wanted to be hardcore, raw as law, boom, I could do it because I can go without eating. I can easily go without eating. I could fall into a fast right now, not even thinking about it. But I can't do that. I don't want to do that because my body, I lose, I just eat myself alive. I'd be down to 145 pounds again. So, you know, I'm going to eat. I'm always going to eat. If it comes down to a choice of just not eating or eating some starches, eating potatoes, eating quinoa, I don't really do pasta and rice. Now, some people have mentioned that before. It's not like, let's not get into the grains thing. It has nothing to do with that. Just not a fan. I had stopped eating rice and pasta probably 6 to 8, 9 months, maybe even a year before I even came to this lifestyle. So that's neither here nor there. But yes, I'm going to eat some solid cooked food before I go without. That's just me. That's what's going to be done. I'm not going to get down to being anorexic again. I just don't like that look. I don't like it for me. I'm already a skinny little scrawny dude anyway. But think about that and think about and ask yourself, do you worry too much about being in a category so you have your group? Because there ain't a group for us people. There's not really a group out there for us people that are experimenting. We try, we kind of are always moving down the road because everybody wants to have those hardcore rules. I mean, you see it in everything, whether it's in politics, religion. Everybody wants to join. And when you join something, a group, it's got rules and things you're supposed to do and things you have to do. I've never liked rules, and that's how I do this lifestyle. Anyhow, I hope you guys like this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're having a wonderful week. Love you guys. Peace.